Mechanical toy.
Hello once again, my people, it is I, Veed. Welcome back to Amorous. Welcome back to this furry piece of shit video game. Welcome back to this furry piece of shit. And let's go do some more dating shit. We're going to go on our last date because, if you couldn't tell, each date has 3 dates before, you know, it finishes off and everything. So let's go to Jax. Let's do our last date with him. Because, love this boy. I like to say that kiss lasted me about, can't speak. I like to say that kiss lasted me until our next date. I know even Kobe was getting tired of me talking about it. However, the ultimate date disaster struck. Life. Me? My job search started getting callbacks, and that meant interviews. It wound up only being a couple, but they were all scheduled in the afternoon. For the next couple of days, I'd rush into an office or store and try to remain composed and calm while I glanced at the clock. Both times it ran long, and once I'd gotten free, Jax was already getting ready for work and nearly out the door. It resolved to sacrifice a little sleep the second night, and I tried to at least catch him at work. We could go out after a shift, maybe grab some breakfast, try to get this back into something resembling normal. I slapped the alarm clock and drugged myself out of bed. Okay, so we're going out. It's very nighttime. You can still see that the artwork is the same, just with a blue tint. I see that. It felt a little strange, downing a cup of coffee while it was still dark, but the last thing I wanted to do was head to the club and wind up passing out on the table. As the caffeine settled into my system and I found myself more alert, I started thinking about what to wear. After a few moments, I got myself together enough and headed out the door. Oh god, I wanna do that actually, where I just like visit somebody during their night shift. It's nice. This schedule wasn't sustainable, I knew that. I'd eventually have to get a job. Bills sadly didn't pay themselves. What if that meant we never had any free time together? I mean, I could try to find a shift somewhere to sync up with his, but I chuckled to myself as I pulled up into the club parking lot. If I was this concerned, then it was probably worth making the effort. The place was hopping, packed from nearly wall to wall with people dancing, drinking, and generally having a good time. I wove my way through the undulating crowds, keeping an eye out for both Jags and any club girlers who might try to drag me off again. I saw him briefly, bobbing a little blue cork in a sea of rainbow colors but couldn't get close enough to wave him down. Disheartened by not willing to give up, I managed to squeeze my way through the bar and found a seat. Can I get some— oh hey, it's you! Dropping in to see Jax again? Yes I am, because he's lovely and I love him. If I can, it looks pretty crazy tonight. Yeah, we had another group come in about an hour ago, so I guess word is going out about the club. I can speak. It's great for business, but terrible for our personal lives. I haven't seen my SO in ages. That comment didn't bode well, but if he was still managing a relationship, then there was hope at least. He poured me something to take the edge off and moved down the bars to the next customer. Meanwhile, I kept an eye out for Jax. He was helping a rather rowdy group of customers in the back booth. I waved and he noticed me, smiled brightly. Unfortunately, he didn't notice when 2 of them got up from the table and spun around and sat down the last glass with a flourish. He collided with 2 customers and sent both their drinks and the tray he was carrying to the floor with a crash. Despite it being barely audible above the pumping music, I still flinched at the sound. I barely had time to get to my feet before the customer Jax I collided with was shouting and yelling at him. Ooh, that's never comfortable. Oh no, baby. Jax was turning a deep purple and apologized profusely as I saw another person walk up. This one was wearing a shirt and tie. Soon the 3 of them were at it with each other for at least a few more words. Jax turned and headed towards the door. Oh no, we're gonna follow him. I didn't know what was going on, but I needed to find out. I slid my hand into my back pocket before waving down the bartender. As I reached in to pull out a bill, he shook his head. Don't worry about it. It's on the house. Just check up on him, okay? Oh no! No! This does not look good. I thanked him, stopping only to grab my keys before making my way towards the door. The mob was difficult to push through, and I could hear the customer in the back still complaining about the service. Oh no. Oh, he's done. He's onion rings for the day. Oh, fuck. Jax was standing just outside when I got there. His eyes were downcast and shut tightly as his hands pressed against his forehead to shield his face from view. I tried to approach him, but he just backed away from me. Oh no. Jax, it wasn't your fault. It was an accident. I'm sure this will all clear up in no time. Why did you leave? He bit his... I'm feeling like so anxious and uncomfortable. He bit his lip, keeping his face turned from me. I could tell by the washed out color of his scales and the soft sounds he tried to hold back that he was crying. Jax, please talk to me. Say something at least. I want to help. Oh no. I'm like legit like fucking... Ooh, I hate this. He wouldn't budge, no matter how I tried to engage him. It was gut-wrenching, standing there and incapable of doing anything more than watch someone you care about fall apart. What's going on? Why did you leave the club like that? Oh no! Oh, this is not gonna go well. I already know that it's not gonna go well. They fired me on the spot. Final warning, I fucked up just enough for them to take away the one job that I liked, the only one that I was good at. Oh, fuck. Fired you for spilling a drink? That's crazy. That can't be everything. You've been working there for ages now. They wouldn't just up and let you go because of one mistake, would they? The manager wasn't fond of my antics. He just wanted me to serve drinks, not make a show of it. Particularly if I was going to drop bottles or spill anything. This was just the opportunity he was looking for. Oh no. Jax, you can find another job. We can find you something else where you don't have to put up with that. You think it was... Oh, he's angry. Oh no, he's pissed. You think it's that easy? That everywhere else is just the same? I had friends here, or maybe you didn't know that. I wanted to work here. I wanted to be here. Oh no. I mean, maybe you still can. I'm sure you still can. I mean, so what if you spilled a drink here or there? Customers likely do it all the time. We can go back and fight this. Fight what? The guy who runs the place? And how do you expect to do that? You go back in tomorrow morning and have a long chat with him about the circumstances. I'm sure we can work something out. Oh no. We can't. We couldn't. It took me forever to get that job, to actually find something I enjoyed as a job. Do you have any idea how rare that is? Oh... Honey, that's the only thing that we don't have that's relatable. These all 3 episodes, we found something that's relatable. This is the only thing, because I hate my job. We don't know that, Jax. That guy is a jerk, and maybe we can explain that to the manager. You've got friends there. Maybe they can help you out. Even if they can't, well, we may still be able to get you a job somewhere else. So the... Oh, bitch is red! Bitch is fire! Bitch is not having this. So that's it? You're just going to stand there and tell me it's all okay? That doing something I loved can't just get yanked out from under me and I should smile about it? Oh no, honey. Oh, this is not... Oh. I gotta... This is empty! Oh, why don't I have a thing of water by me? Oh no. I've never seen Jax so livid. His shales were shifted to a brilliant, almost violent red as both hands balled tightly into fists. I wasn't sure if his intentions was to pummel me or just scream, but I watched him tremble in rage. I had the same feelings the first time we met. I wondered who the real Jax was. What do you want me to say, Jax? That everything is just going to be okay and we can just walk back inside right now and have everything stay the same? Because I can't. I want you to admit it. I want you to tell me why you haven't shown up, why you had to show up now, why you had to wave and make me look away, and why you fucking couldn't just stay home. Because I care about you, because we wanted to see our baby boy, we wanted to see our blue reptile lizard that we love. This is my fault? That's what you're saying? You know how crazy that sounds right now? I gave up my night to get a chance to see you. Well then maybe you shouldn't have come. Oh... Bitch. Well then maybe you shouldn't have come. You've been busy doing other stuff. Why come down now? Why this night? I didn't do anything, Jax. You spilled those drinks. You pissed off that jackass. It didn't even seem like you saw me. You... Jason Effects. I see you. It didn't even seem like you saw me. You don't get to blame me because it's convenient. I don't know why, but that seemed to hit a nerve. Jackson was no longer upset. He was livid and screaming at me. His voice echoed off the buildings nearby, his whole body trembling with barely contained rage. Damn it, Zach! Who's this Zach bitch? Who's this Zach bitch? Cause you don't just scream at somebody and misname them. Damn it, Zach, you never understood me. You never understood anything but your own fucking tiny little world. You never cared what happened to me. What I wanted to do. It's my life, my choice, and you can go the fuck to hell. Ooh. Oh. Oh no. Oh my god. Jack's shout hung there for a moment, his body trembling at the last echoes reverberated through the alleyway. His scales shifted color widely, arm tense as he was about to attack. It may have been the look of confusion on my face, or the shared silence between that flickering streetlight that brought him back, but the sudden realization was clear in his eyes. Oh, he's back to blue. Oh no. Oh, he's gonna be a sad, sad boy. Oh crap, that wasn't... In a moment, it was as his strings were cut. He fell to his knees on the sidewalk and just stared at me and threw me. Here. Oh, baby boy! Oh no! Okay, we gotta fix this. We're gonna comfort this boy. Wordlessly, I stepped forward. My movements didn't pull as whoa, I can read. I graduated high school. Wordlessly, I stepped forward. My movements didn't pull his gaze away at whatever he watched in his rectus of shock. Kneeling down, I slid my arms around him and pulled him closely to me. As his chin came to rest on my shoulder, my body pressed close to his. The spell over him broke, and the tears flowed freely once more. Oh no! Oh, sorry. I'm sorry. Oh shit, I'm so sorry, Andres. It was just... Oh no, shh. It's alright, I know, tonight's been rough. The past couple of days as well, just let it out. It made me tremble to hear those deep and soulful sobs. His arms flung around me as beneath that streetlight in the middle of the night. We held each other longer than any time previous. His scales faded to a more subdued hue, the color washing out to a dusty light blue as he slowly found himself again. Jack's breathing started to slow as he gathered himself together. The last few tears rolled down his cheeks as he composed himself enough to stand. I'm sorry. I know I've been saying that all night, but you didn't deserve that. I just couldn't see anything but my job ending and you weren't there anymore. It was just Zach giving me that judgmental stare. Who is Zach? Like, legit, who is Zach? Jax, who is Zach? I bet you that's, the guy I mentioned on our date. Yeah, the first guy that he dated. The first guy I dated. He was a bigger piece of work than I let on. I didn't want to tell you about that breakup, that there was a bigger reason to than just him being an asshole. I felt a twinge of anger rise again, both at Zach for what must have done and at Jax for feeling like he couldn't talk to me. I forced it down, and I just listened. Our last few days together were rough. Fights every day, shouting matches at home. I was the problem, and he had to make me understand why. He thought at first that the club had some hold on me, that I was just too weak to leave. He swallowed hard, his hand reaching out and leaned against the street lamp, hold on, is that proper English? He swallowed hard, his hand reaching out to lean against the street lamp and keep him upright. Choices. Instinctively, I stepped closer to him. Here. I'm gonna go ahead and take his free hand. Tentatively, I extend my hand to touch the top of his. At first, he drew back, lifting his gaze to mine again before weaving his fingers between mine and giving my hand a gentle squeeze. I nodded to him, motioning for him to continue. About a week before we broke up, he tried to get me fired. He tried to get him fired! Bitch, no. You don't do that. You don't do, as much as like you might hate somebody for their job, you don't fucking do that. After a week before we broke up, he tried to get me fired, set up an elaborate ruse in order to get me in trouble so I wouldn't have any choice but to leave. He said he knew best, that I'd be better off if I didn't work there anymore. He said he was doing me a favor. It was a lot to take in at once. I mean, thought it was odd. I thought it was odd. That's an apostrophe. His disinterest in guys being spurred on by nothing more than a bad breakup, being a little shaken up about dating and all, I knew I began to see the whole picture. This guy didn't just ignore him, he tried to completely dominate him. Listen, domination is good in the bedroom, if it's, you know, for a little freaky sex time. When it's practiced outside, it can get really, really bad, and, you should just, like, not be, like, a dominant asshole. Like, leave that shit for the bedroom if it's consensual. Don't try to, like, take over somebody's life for it. No wonder you snapped at me. Jax, I wasn't trying to do anything like that. You have to know that. I know, the manager had been expressing his displeasure more lately, and I just wanted to see you again, spend some time with you. I didn't pay attention, and I don't know, maybe Zach was right. That's bullshit. That's fucking bullshit. Legit. No one who could be fine with manipulating someone like that could be right about anything. You wouldn't have gotten this angry if it didn't mean something to you. That's what's real. Not what some creep who wanted you as a trophy says, and not what some idiot who couldn't watch where he was going says. I guess there was a reason I was willing to give you my number. Thanks, Andres. Thanks for everything. I think I just need some sleep. Try to calm down a little, you know? It's been a rough night. So I saw. You going to be alright? Jack swallowed hard, lifting his head slowly, as if a weight remained around his neck. He met my gaze, letting out a soft sigh before he found the words. I will be if you'd stay the night with me. Oh, tonight, we're not even gonna have sex with him. Like, if it gives us that option, I honestly can't remember if it does, but if it gives us that option, no. This is just a time where, like, it's just cuddles and everything. Like, nah. I was caught off guard by the request. I didn't want to take advantage of his current emotional state, but that same concern didn't want to see him alone in bed with this sort of mood looming over him. My hesitation must have been more apparent than I thought, as I noticed him step forward and kiss me gently on the cheek before pulling me into an embrace. I see the wheels turning. I just don't want to wake up alone. I've got a couch if you don't want to share a bed, though, yeah, we're talking curl up and cuddle me until I pass out. I'm sure you can guess that I'm not exactly in a sexy mood. Okay, good. Okay, cool. Yeah, no, I can do a bed. I think I can keep my hands to myself for the most part. You look like you could just use a long night of cuddling. I certainly wouldn't say no to that. Oh, baby boy. Oh, Jax. Oh God, I love all the people. Why do I have to be a lonely piece of shit? That's my question. Gently, he wrapped his hand around mine, and I motioned down the street in the direction he wanted us to go. Let's go. Okay, the walk back to his place was uneventful, but very satisfying. He expressed some concerns about my car, but it was locked in an immediately forgettable brand, so I wasn't too worried. We talked a bit more about him, about Zach, and about living under someone like that. Yeah, no, don't date someone who's a fucking asshole like that. If you can see the signs, like, just try to leave. Don't let them just, like, manipulate you into staying, or, like, having you, like, quit your job that you love. Like, don't let anyone do that, honestly. He was feeling better, letting someone in and sharing that part of his life. I couldn't fathom staying with someone like that, but it did explain more about him. His desire to please, his showmanship. He wanted to be free and found a way to express that. Again, same coloring as with, like, as Dustin's place, just dimmed as a blue to make it seem like it's darker. Bitch, I see you. When we got in and settled, Jax could barely keep himself standing. He didn't even undress and instead stumbled into bed with only a sodium street lamp to light his room. I'm gonna climb in. I mean, we're not gonna fuck. We're just gonna climb in. Trying not to disturb him, not that it seemed possible considering how quickly he zonked out. I got as comfortable as I could and slid under the sheets next to him. I cuddled up close and lightly kissed his cheek before drifting off into dreamland myself. Aww, look, we're fucking cute. Oh, and this one, okay, and then this one, okay, I get your motives. So, like, if it's brightly, like, if it's definitely more of, like, a warm hue, it's in the morning. If it's just, like, a normal coloration, it's just, like, the afternoon. I see you. I see your artistic views. Morning came all too quickly for this, as the sun from the nearby windows poured over me and pulled me back to the waking world. I felt much better after a night's sleep and slowly pulled myself to a sitting position. To my surprise, Jax was nowhere to be seen. I got up and began looking around when I heard the sounds of a shower from behind the bathroom door. I knocked softly to make certain he was alright. Morning, sleepyhead! Ah, bitch me. Thanks for staying the night. Probably the soundest sleep I've had in ages. I'll be out in a minute. That's another thing that we have different. I once fell asleep because I don't open my blinds to my room because like I can't I need my rest. So one time I just didn't wake up until like, I don't know, 4:30 in the afternoon. Oh, sue me.
Sue me.
Yawning, I shrugged and wandered into the kitchen. The scent of fresh coffee was welcoming, as were the 2 toaster waffles with syrup. I chuckled as I picked up the note laid next to them. Another thank you for keeping me company. Eat up, Jax. Aw, he's so cute. Aw. It wasn't bacon and eggs, but it was still appreciated. I wolfed down my impromptu. I wolfed down my impromptu breakfast and took a sip of coffee, looking up when Jack stepped into the kitchen doorway. As happy as I was to see the smile on his face, I couldn't help but wonder why it was. Not that I'm complaining, but you seem much happier this morning for some reason. Good shower? More like good company. That and before what happened. I had a surprise planned. May not be the best way to do it, but can you grab me something out of the fridge? In the fridge? Okay. Despite the strange nature of requests, I obliged. Yeah, like, what the fuck is in the... I don't remember this. What the fuck is in the fridge? Pulling open the door, I noticed a little more than a few cans of energy drinks and condiment packets until I looked on the middle shelf. Smack dab in front of me was a giant wicker basket, one of the old-style ones that showed in every picnic picture. I looked back up to ask what this was about. When I saw Jack standing there holding a rose, I made a mental note and figured out how he hid that from the view. Ah! He's gonna ask us to go to a picnic with him. Ah. I wanted to do our 3rd date before anything else could get in the way. We had enough bad things happen last night. I wanted today to be all about us. That's why we're going out on a picnic. Ah! I was flabbergasted. Oh, that's so fucking cute. He placed the rose on the counter and leaned in, pressing his lips softly against mine before slipping his hands around my waist. He rubbed at Chris reluctantly and looked back at him. To any of my friends who are gay as shit and act like this and want this kind of relationship, please date me. Oh, I made, oh, you know what? I'm actually gonna save that, because I actually don't know if I saved it. I have a Snapchat on my story right now, that, is a little bit kind of like a, yes, I want to save my whole entire story, because I only have one thing on there. There's a little controversial, thing that's on my Snapchat, which I'm gonna post, like, right here. I'm not gonna drop any names, but like, if you know that that's about you, please date me, because I've liked you for a really long time. Thank you. How do I reply back to this? I thought, wow, a picnic outside. I guess I thought it... Oh yeah, because I was supposed to be arranging the 3rd date, wasn't I? Wow, I'm stupid. I thought I was the one who was supposed to be arranging the 3rd date. What if I had some huge romantic dinner planned with music and candles? Did you? Well, no. It could have, though. In fact, I probably should have. It's okay, Andres. I'll let you tell everyone that the picnic was your idea, if that'll make you feel better. I certainly couldn't say no, and he packed plenty of goodies for the both of us. Besides, it was supposed to be a beautiful day outside. I agreed, and he beamed, shifting to a nearly blinding shade of blue. I know the perfect place! Come on, we'll load everything into your car and head out right now. In his hurry, Jax had forgotten that my car was still parked back at the club, which was a few blocks down the street. He soon realized his mistake and we walked out into the parking lot. Still, he remained undeterred. We wound up taking a detour back to the club, picnic basket in tow, and chatted along the way. As I suspected, my car was left undisturbed, and after we had loaded everything into it, Jax pointed the way and we were off. Is this the same fucking beach that Dustin took us? Because, like, if so... Show me this beach! He wouldn't tell me the name of the park as... Oh, it's a park. He wouldn't tell me the name of the park as we round through the back streets of the outside of town. When the last of the buildings gave way to sparse homes... Is that a word? I don't know. He finally let me in on a secret. I used to come out this way sometimes when I was a freshman, whenever classes got overwhelming and I needed a break from all the stress. It's stereotypical, I know, but sometimes just laying on the grass and soaking up the sun just made everything better. Anyway, I found a spot near a little brick amphitheater that should be great for a picnic. Ooh, amphitheater. We love a good amphitheater. When we arrived, we hit a snag. Apparently, there was just some event going on and there was a middle of setting up. Jax was crestfallen until I noticed an overhanging hill just a little deeper into the park. It was covered in thick, freshly cut grass and held a nice oak tree to provide some shade. He brightened back up and the two of us trudged a narrow trail in the top of the hill. I just noticed that this episode is almost half an hour long. Holy fuck. I'm sorry. We were more than happy to have a seat after working our way through the remarkable steep incline. Jack set out the dishes when I leaned back against the tree and enjoyed the dappled sunlight filtered through the branches. Are you in the mood for sandwiches, or do you just want a little lighter, or did you want something a little lighter to start off with? Whoa, boy, hold on. Are you making some ulterior motives? Because at first, you were wearing my casual getup, and now look at you, wearing your fucking work outfit. Are you making some ulterior motives, Jax? Are you? Are you in the mood for sandwiches, or you just want to, let's eat, because I don't think oh no, let's just go for a light snack, because we ate this morning. I could have a little something to start off with. I haven't eaten particularly well over the past day. Toaster waffles notwithstanding, of course. I've got some cheese and fruit here, a little on the note for a romantic picnic, but you couldn't beat good finger food. Oh, finger food is delicious, bitch. He dug into the basket and produced a small platter of variety of sliced cheeses and freshly cut fruits along with a pair of delicate forks. Glancing over the spread, I couldn't help but laugh. Just how long have you been planning this little trip? That's not sort of a thing you expect to see for a spur-of-the-moment getaway. It's the host motto, always be prepared to dazzle your guests. Then they'll be more likely to leave you a big tip. Jax, that smile is saying some ulterior motives. As we ate, snuggled up under the shade of a tree, our conversation wandered. Between our favorite stories and reminiscing about the old flames, Jax insisted on hearing about my previous attempts in the dating scene. Much to my own chagrin, it was only fair, considering I'd heard so much about his. It really wound up being for the best that we broke it off. We just wanted two different things. Guess you never realize that until you've been together for a while. That's not me. I haven't dated for that long. I mean, for the best reason for why I broke up with someone was because he didn't want to fucking see me ever. So, like, cool. Jax got quiet, turning shade or two duller as his gaze wandered over the edge of the hill into the sky beyond. I was concerned I said something to upset him, but he looked back at me after a moment with a half smile. Sorry. Old man. Oh no, baby boy, purple. Ah, baby boy. Sorry, old memories. I didn't mean to pack those in with the sandwiches and pudding. I guess I felt the same way with Zach. You are the only one who... Oh wait, you were the one who wanted to talk to me about old flames. There are much more pleasant things to talk about, you know? And more pleasant things to do. Just gonna leave that one hanging there, huh? Oh, okay, so I made the ulterior motive, but like, the way that you're dressed, boy, you wear that at your job, not out in public. I grinned at him slyly, enjoying watching his scales shift a shade more purple. Waving him over, the two of us snuggled up on the blanket and took a moment to enjoy the day. It seemed like the sun still had its desired effect on Jax. Pretty soon, he was all but sprawled against me, eyes closed and his scales settling into a serene cerulean. It's been a while since I've had time to do this. Zach wasn't one for the outdoors. He relished the air conditioning and leather seats. You seemed inordinately preoccupied with your ex when your current date is sitting right here. I get the feeling that there's something that you want to tell me. He got quiet for a moment, staring wistfully into the clouds above us both. I know he was a guarded person, but we got in this far and I clearly hadn't gotten the whole story. He wasn't just my first serious relationship. He was also my first... Oh! First what? Oh. Wait, you've only been with one other person? No, silly, just no other guys. I guess it's sort of different. I've gotten on well with women, but we never quite clicked in the same way. I just never seemed to find a spark with them after Zach. Honestly, at the rate I was going, I figured I'd be single for a long time. Bitch me. Jax, why are we the same person? Like, what the fuck? I don't see how you could even think that. Not when you're such a charmer with a flair for the dramatic. You said you could pick anyone in the club. You said that you could pick anyone in the club if you wanted. I'm just saying it because I find you attractive. Because I'm finding myself having some rather serious urges around you and I wanted our first time to be exciting. I'm worried I'm a little rusty is all. First time? Did you have some ulterior motive to this little picnic that I was unaware of? Doesn't everyone have ulterior motives at their picnics? Why do you think they bring a bottle of wine? Oh, ooh, bitch! Are we gonna get laid outside? I chuckled, snuggling him up closer and giving his forehead a kiss. It was readily apparent from Jack's enthusiasm that we were into each other. The only question that remained was what to do about it. My ring light is dying. Despite our urges, I still wasn't sure what to do next in our little park like we were. Just the feel of his body against mine was already making my toes curl. But I didn't want to force myself onto him. We were both getting back into the swing of things and holding him close was enough to set my skin on fire. My attempt at chase cuddling was woefully short, as he had no hesitation asserting his own interest. His smooth snout gently inched under my jaw, nibbling at my neck and as soft strokes of his tongue tickled my skin. My grip and his back grew tighter as I felt him move against me, pressing into my chest as he delicately brushing his hand along my inner thigh. Against my inner thigh. Oh, bitch! It's getting a little steamy. You are having so much fun with this, aren't you? I'm gonna turn this on just in case you're not able to see my face, because I don't know what my shit looks like right now. So let's just put that on right now for like these last few minutes. You are having so much fun with this, aren't you? I am. I really am. Though it does still beg the question, why aren't you more into me? Believe me, I would like nothing better to be with you right now. I mean, into you. Or be with you right now. I mean, into you. I mean, my cheeks felt like they were on fire as I rested my hands on Jack's sides. While I was holding back, why was I holding back so much? He was... Wow, I should either just title this episode, I should just title this, like, My Boyfriend Hates Me, Emotional, or, Bitch Fix Your Grammar, Bitch Fix Your English. He was making it so hard to keep my hands off him. He turned a lighter shade of purple, his head turning to face mine. Those deep orange eyes looked up into mine as I felt my own cheeks begin to flush. I felt him shift onto my lap, lifting himself upwards until his lips pressed firmly against my own. His scales were still warm from the sun, almost hot to the touch, and glistened as he pressed more needfully against mine. Those smooth fingertips trailed down my sides and over the small of my back as our tongues met within each other's mouths. Ooh, it's getting a little steamy. The kiss from our last day had been warm and passionate. This one was needful, demanding, and adorably forward. Yeah. My own hand found her way to the smooth curves of his rump, brushing over the fabric there. He'd picked out his uniform from work, the same outfit we first met in. Oh, okay. Oh, wait, so he was wearing it. Okay. So yeah, he did have ulterior motives. I could feel the thin strip of fabric against my stomach as he arched his hips against mine. Ooh, wow. Haven't felt like this in a long time. Oh, look at our shy boy! Oh, look at him! Oh, bitch! It gives me an excuse to practice my makeup. I'll take that as a compliment. Jack took my hands from around his middle with a hot flush of desperation on his face as he looked around the sparsely populated field. Quick, Andres, no one is watching. No one is watching! Oh, he's just gonna straight up... How could I say no? How could I say no? I can say no because it's public! Oh! Okay. Oh my god, is he taking it? Oh my god, he's literally me! Oh, I'm getting like, okay, whoa. I'm getting like too excited over this. First off, we find out that he's literally me with his clothing style. We found out that he's literally me with like working too much. Next we literally me because he bottoms just like me. Oh, to my siblings watching this, I'm sorry. Dimly, I was aware of something happening around us. Flashes of light and thunderous booms registered through the afterglow haze. At first, I thought it was intensity of our coupling. The blood pounding through my head as my body seemed to merge into pure heat with Jax's at the pinnacle of our pleasure. However, as we sunk into each other's embrace, we noticed the source of the distraction. The tents we had passed before had apparently been some kind of festival! Okay, once the sun had glowed low enough, the eager participants had begun to shove off fireworks in celebration. The two of us, happy and spent, watched as the colors filled the sky above. Fireworks. I wanted our first time to be memorable, but timing delivered better than I planned. We both laughed, arms holding each other tightly as we laid back against the tree to enjoy the show. That's honestly a really nice fucking way to end a date, or to end a first time, honestly. Always a show, man. I just realized I didn't read did I read the shit right before that? I don't know. It was well past dinner when we finally got up from the tree behind us. Only a few street lights remained twinkling in the streets beyond the edge of the park. The fireworks had finally subsided, and the two of us begrudgingly admitted that we should probably get dressed. We gathered our things and picked up sprawled picnic baskets kicked over in our enthusiastic romp. Taking each other's hands, we made our way back down the trail and towards the car. I'm not sure I'll be able to top this from our fourth date. Don't worry, I'm always available for any of your topping needs. Oh, we made him blush, we made him turn purple. Ah! It was worth the bad joke just to see Jax turn a dirt purple and squirm as we strolled past the obvious flare-goers and down the parking lot below. I stifled a chuckle as he threw me a playful death glare before the both of us burst out laughing. Thank you for being here, for putting up with my outbursts, for screwing your brains out. Especially for screwing my brains out. Why is he literally me? I guess with everything falling apart at the club, I think I was holding on to a lot of shit from Zach and doubting myself. We've all got that, Jax. We just need to find a way to move past it. I was pretty overwhelmed when we first met, too. I hadn't really been back in the game myself for long. You, on the other hand, were so together and sure of yourself. That's why I wanted to get to know you better. I hope we have plenty of time for that. And the other more fun parts. I'm confident we will, on both counts. I see no reason to stop now. Good, because now the fourth date is all yours, Andres. Let's see you try to do better than games in the park to fireworks. I'll let you tell everyone you thought of that, if it makes you feel better. He punched me playfully on the shoulder, pausing only to slide the picnic basket onto the back of my car. Once inside, he leaned over and gave me a small peck on the cheek, his hands falling to my thigh. With you around, I just might be able to get through this. Aw, I hope so. More dates like this and you'll have me thoroughly spoiled. Despite the joking, Jack's color began to fade again, eyes drifting to the window. My smile faded as well as I pushed the car into gear and pulled out of the space. Tomorrow I'm gonna have to figure out what to do. I don't have a job to get up for and my rent's not gonna pay itself. Oh, right! He got fired! Wow, I actually kind of forgot he got fired. We'll deal with it together, fresh, in the morning. Let's just hold on to the day for a little bit longer at least. He smiled, hugging my arm gently before settling back into his seat. The conversation drifted back to me, my job hunt, just little things to keep him distracted. Guess this is my stop. Don't suppose I could continue to stay another night? I have a whole box of freezer waffles. Oh, what a gentleman, offering all of his freezer waffles towards us. I wanted to just say yes and ride this to its end. Just pretend that life didn't need to happen and just stay in the honeymoon phase forever. I moved to speak, but he smiled and stopped me. But we have things to do first. We'll get everything settled, and then the regular sleepovers. Those monogrammed towels can probably wait a while. It was a tease, but it hung there, tantalizing and just the cusp of it being real. It was a terrible idea to just come hide out here with Jackson, the both of us unemployed, but in that moment, it didn't matter. We kissed one more time, enjoying the taste of each other for a few more moments before Jax opened the door and gave me a parting wave. Tomorrow, bright and early, we'll fix our problems and then we'll get to the good stuff. It's a date. Oh, cute. Oh, cute. Oh god, it just followed to a stretch. The drive home was the hardest. It had been a roller coaster getting this far, and just driving away felt like it was tearing off a chunk of myself. Still, what we had was worth waiting for, and tomorrow was going to be another day worth waking up to. That potential would be enough to see me through the night, especially if I might get to see Jax again. Oh, okay. Wow, a 40 fucking minute episode. What time is it? I luckily don't have to go to work yet. Cool. Cool, I guess we're just gonna end it there. Thank you all so much for watching. My name is V. I hope that you're having a wonderful time watching this. I'm having a wonderful time playing this because, I'm lonely and I need a dating simulator in my life. Oh my god. Make sure to hit that like and subscribe button, help a fellow YouTuber out. And, next, I guess we're just gonna go on another date. I might not play this for a few days, I'm not sure. I might just play this thoroughly. I'm just gonna... I don't know. I'll figure it out. Cool. I will see you in the next video. Goodbye.